English Dream Story. Subscribe now.
Story 1. Midas and the Golden Touch. King Midas is a greedy and discontented man who loved gold more than anything else. Once, he did a good deed for someone, and a Greek god appeared before him, saying that he will be granted his heart's desire for doing the good deed. Midas wished that everything he touched should turn into gold instantly. The god granted his wish. Midas was very excited and went about touching random objects, turning everything he touched into gold. After a while, he became hungry. However, when he touched his food, it turned to gold, and he could not eat it. He was starving and dismayed that he could not eat. Seeing him troubled, his loving daughter threw her arms around him to comfort him, and she, too, turned to gold. Midas was horrified that his daughter had become a statue of gold. He regretted asking for the golden touch and realized that he had been greedy and that gold was not the most precious thing in the world. He cried and begged the god to take back his wish. The god took pity on him and asked him to take a dip in the river by his palace, and then fill a pitcher of water from the river and sprinkle it on all the things he wanted to change back. He followed the instructions and changed his daughter back to normal. He was very happy to get his beloved daughter back and stopped being greedy from that moment. Story 2. Upon a time, there was a beautiful rose plant in a garden. One rose flower on the plant was proud of its beauty. However, it was disappointed that it was growing next to an ugly cactus. Every day, the rose would insult the cactus about its looks, but the cactus stayed quiet. All the other plants in the garden tried to stop the rose from bullying the cactus, but the rose was too swayed by its own beauty to listen to anyone. One summer, a well in the garden dried up and there was no water for the plants. The rose slowly began to wilt. The rose saw a sparrow dip its beak into the cactus for some water. The rose then felt ashamed for having made fun of the cactus all this time. But because it was in need of water, it went to ask the cactus if it could have some water. The kind cactus agreed, and they both got through summer as friends. Moral of the story: never judge someone by the way they look.